Hello everyone, and welcome back with another video. This is gonna be a bit different from the ones I usually post, and it's not an endgame build, it's not like speedruns or anything, gameplays. In this video I'm gonna show you my build for scaled content. And yeah, so it's not something you need to have or something you like want to build to max out your toon. I was basically bored, so I just made it my TR the most effective I could make it for random queues. This consists of making a toon that is maximum 25k item level. Because 25k item level is the gear score you need for the main random queues, so the trial and the epic one. And so let's say it's kind of a challenge. I wanted to give myself that challenge because I needed to use the reroll tokens I had on my ults, and scaled content is not really fun to me because when I go in there with my like min-max toons, they basically perform just as good as a 30k toon. Obviously, if you're skilled at playing your class and stuff like that, it will always make a difference. But if you go like in Voss against the 25k toon, they will get absolutely smashed. Besides the fact that they couldn't even get in because the item level threshold for Voss is 40 or 45k. But yeah, so basically everyone gets put at the same item level, so your weapon damage, let's say, will be the same, and what will make the difference are like the perks on your build. So like 3% damage there, 5% damage there, and yeah, so obviously it makes it easier for lower geared toons because their item level is really low, so it's way easier for them to hit all the stat caps, and you'll see it now basically. So for this build, I try to like stick to the 25k, let's say, mark, and not go over it, and see what's like the best I can do with it. So it's only one loadout. So obviously, the stuff I'm wearing on single target, I'm wearing it on AoE Whisper Knife as well, and I'm gonna show you. So the red cap's cap for the extra power. Just remember, guys, it's only one loadout, so you can also use like Gorister horns, but Skyblazer is not really not really good performing because it's only against single target, and since like when you go in random queues there's a lot of ads, it wouldn't be working most of the time. Then we have Ribcage, and again, this is not a budget build. It's a 25k super optimized build. Not the best, like I didn't bother checking, and because I mean I could try to get the Band of Air from Voss and equip it to make it even more performing, but I really can't be asked to do that. So there you go, let's say. Yeah, the Ribcage, because it's obviously the best piece you can have there. Wrist guards of precipitation from mini bosses in Hardcore Voss, Rusted Iron leggings, and then we have Mirage set. So besides the like Lionheart versus Mirage versus whatever, Mirage set has really low item level, which helps me save up some item level so I can use it to increase my stats somewhere else, if that makes sense. And obviously you want to use your artifact modification, because this doesn't give you any item level, so it's just free stats, right? Then moving on to the artifact set, Lost Mouth, obviously. There's not like a lot of sets that are good on AoE and single target too, but this one is decent and it has low item level, which helps us build, helps our build again, so I went for that one. Shadowstalker ring, for like a maxed out toon for like regular content, it wouldn't be an option because of the item level. It comes in hand right now because basically all you want to pick is the bonuses of damage, ignoring the item level that you're seeing. And the lower the item level, the better, so you can use more stuff on your build, obviously. And the other one is the Queen's Golden Opal Ring. There are a few other alternatives, but I'm going with this one for now. The only enchantment that I'm using is the Tenebros, because as I said, the other enchantments just give you like a lot of item level and not as many stats. So they're useful for an endgame toon, not as much for a stupid 25k TR. I'm only using the Tenebros because of the effect, obviously. And then the shirt is the ebony shirt for the bonus. And trousers, I'm not wearing any trousers because the item level they give, it's just like stupid compared to the stats I'm getting. So I just decided not to wear them. And yeah, that's it. Then we have the 3 journals and Lost Mount Horn to complete the set. Reinforcement kits, yes, you absolutely want them. And it's basically all combat advantage on the right side and all accuracy on the left side, besides I think 1 or 2 reinforcements of power. Yeah, 2 of power and 2 of accuracy, if you care. The weapon enchantment I'm using is Plague Fire, but just because it's good on single target and AoE. You can really use any enchantment. It will give you the same amount of item level, so balancing stats will be the same. Use whatever you want. As I said, I'm not going to use different enchantments on AoE or single target, so it's just good all around. And I have it. I had it like lying in my bank, so I just used it. Armor enchantment, you don't want any, because armor enchantments, they give you item level, but they give you like no damage in return. And since in scale content your item level gets scaled anyways, they're just useless for scale content. Let's say for like DPS purposes. Obviously they can save your ass, but they won't increase your DPS. I mean, powers, yeah, it's regular TR stuff. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not even like really confident with the TR anyway, so I wouldn't give advices if that makes sense. These are my guild boons. I chose not to pick the defensive and the utility guild boon because they would just give me extra item level without increasing my damage. So no, that's a no from me. This is my companion, the dog, because it's the only common one that deals like could we say mediocre damage. Yeah, it's really not great, but you know, whatever. And it's kind of cute. Equipment, nothing. The equipment is just too, let's say, expensive in terms of item level, like item level wise, so we're not gonna use those. Also, it means that we're not using innomitables, so that's one thing we're losing compared to like a min-max build of an endgame toon. And then for our companion bonuses, it's just regular stuff. I use the Batiri even though this is both AoE and single target, just because like for trials, if you don't have Batiri, like you lose a lot of damage. So yeah, I'd rather go with that one. I'm using the Golden Scat, but you can use the Alchemist or whatever. And I'm just commenting on this like it was an actual build, but obviously you don't need to replicate it. It's just for me to have fun in like random queues, since there's not a lot to do on the game at the moment. So, but I enjoy doing this. So I'm using the, well, yeah, tunnel vision for single target. But the important thing is I don't have any like stat selected, because it would increase my item level, and the ratio between like the stats that it gives and the item level increasing from the equip power is just not worth it to keep your toon 25k. Insignias that I'm using, I found the skill insignias to be okay at purple. The other ones I just put green because they wouldn't benefit that much if I changed them to purple. I still have some room to play with on my build. I could have like an extra 300 item level I could add, but I was pretty happy with how the build was this way. So yeah, that's it. And so if you want to give a look at the stats, I'm using the flash grip potency. Don't look at my quick slots because they're just a mess. And then I'm using the Wildstorm and the Squash Soup. You can see it there. Okay. And yeah, also I forgot to say, since you don't have really like a companion of mythic quality summoned, it makes no sense to choose an enhancement, because it comes with an item level and it's really low when your companion is common. But anyways, let's go back to the stats. Obviously your damage won't be like very high, but when you go in scaled content, everyone's item level is the same. Unless you pick like Icy or Lom, then they might be higher than 25k, but most stuff is just scaled to 25k item level or less, so you're good. And these are my stats. Power gets capped with my wrist guards of Precipitation and Red's cap, or whatever it is. And yeah, crit strike gets increased by a ribcage, and same for crit set. So I'll be just using some hits so that you can see what my stats look like when I'm in combat against like a single enemy. Okay, so that's it, pretty much. I think my wrist guards just fell off. Let me try again, real quick. This is it, pretty much. It's pretty hard to stack the ribcage up to like 5 stacks, because obviously the toon won't be dealing a lot of damage. You're missing colors. Colors are like one of the most harmful things for this build, so it's really hard to actually you know, balance things around when you can only play with 25k item level. But yeah. Let me just do another quick rotation, see if I can get this to proc. Yeah, okay, so these are the stats pretty much. You can see the stacks from the arms falling when my power goes down to like 80%. But yeah, considering it's like, obviously it doesn't have all the all the privileges, all the benefits of a 55k toon, I'm pretty satisfied like the way it looks now. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this build. I'm gonna leave some clips of what this toon can do in like scaled content, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it. It's like a different idea to have fun with the game if scaled content is boring to you as it is to me. Hope you appreciated the video, and I guess I'll see you next time, guys. Cheers.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him. But fuck him, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him cause he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, now the picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. This skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% beer, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard he fucking with that stock.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
They call him Ryu, he's sick and he's spitting fire. And Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a fucking nihilist porcupine. He's a prick, he's a cock. The type women wanna be within rappers, hope he gets shot. 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record with your notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime, his shit is equally dope. You won't believe the kind of shit that comes out of this kid's throat. He's not your everyday on the block. He knows how to work with what he's got, making his way to the top. He often gets a comment on his name. People keep asking him, was it given that birth or does it stand for an acronym? No, he's living proof. Let him rock in the booth. He'll get you buzzing quicker than a shot of vodka with juice. Him and his crew are known around as one of the best, dedicated to what they do and give 100%.
Forget Mike, nobody really knows how or why he works so hard. It seems like he's never got time, because he writes every note and he writes every line. And I've seen him at work when that light goes on in his mind. It's like a design is written in his head every time, before he even touches a key or speaks in a rhyme. And those motherfuckers he runs with, the kids that he signed, ridiculous, without even trying. How do they do it? This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. Yeah. Fort Minor, M. Shinoda, styles of beyond. Ryu, Talk Beer, Machine Shop.
I get those goosebumps every time you come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those comments, I'm way too numb, yeah. This way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time I need that Heimlich, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, baby, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. 713 through the 281, yeah, I'm riding. Why they on me? Why they on me? I'm flying, sipping low-key. I'm sipping low-key and honest, rider. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. You come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those comments, I'm way too numb, yeah. This way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time I need that Heimlich, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, throw that to the side, yeah. When I'm pulling up right beside you, pop star Lil Mariah. When I text a cute gay and wildness, throw a stack on the Bible, never Snapchat or took Molly. She fought through plenty, her and all her guineas, yeah. We at the top floor, right there off through Henny, yeah. Oh no, I can't fuck with y'all, yeah. When I'm with my squad, I cannot do no wrong, yeah. Saucing in the city, don't get misinformed, yeah. They gon' pull up on you, brr, brr, brr. Yeah, we gon' do some things you can't relate, yeah. Cause we from a place you cannot stay. Oh, you can't go, oh, I don't know. Oh, back the fuck up. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. You come around, yeah.